morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to go and take a little bit of a look at some new cards that have gone and been revealed for Terastal Festival. Now, we know the Terastal Festival. Now, as a quick reminder, Terastal Festival is the Japanese set, which is coming over here as Prismatic Evolution. In the past, I would have said we're not getting a bunch of reprints like Japan is, but of course, more recently, our sets have been starting to align a lot more. We could get some of these, but right now we are talking about Terastal Festival, the Japanese set specifically, not Prismatic Evolution, the English set. But there have been a bunch of cards that have been confirmed, revealed, being reprinted, etc. that we need to talk about because this is a pretty big deal. Some of which, of course, are lovely alternate art cards. Like, for instance, this Palafin. Yeah, that's right. This Palafin has gone and been confirmed to be coming around. And, of course, you look at this Palafin and you're going to go, hang on a second. That looks a little bit familiar, and it should look a little bit familiar. It is, of course, the alternate art that we got in our Palafin EX box, which was kind of interesting, of course, because we didn't actually see the regular Palafin EX until after we'd seen this in the box, which I find kind of interesting. Also, apparently in French, Palafin is literally called Super Dolphin, which isn't terribly relevant to what we're talking about, but I just remember that and I thought you'd all like to know. But that has been confirmed as coming along, and it shows us that Japan is doing something that they tend to do in these end-of-year sets. They are essentially catching up. They are taking a bunch of stuff they never got previously and then bringing it along in these particular sets, and it means they end up with a bunch of alternate arts. Now, for what it's worth, I've already pre-ordered 4 boxes of this set. The limit on the Pokémon Center Japan was 5 boxes. I don't know why I went for 4 rather than 5. I feel a bit silly now, frankly. But the point is, it is a set about which I am very excited. And you can expect, and we know this from looking at other sets in the past, things like Shiny Treasures EX, for instance, which was last year's version of this set, because this is a standard end-of-year set in Japan. We get one at the end of every year. And we know from things like Shiny Treasures EX that we can expect 1 EX per pack. There should be a pretty standard, every pack gets you an EX, job's a good un. And I like that. I like buying a pack and getting a guaranteed EX. Plus, of course, you should then get yourself a couple of holos and a reverse holo, and these packs, the pull rates are genuinely awesome. Also confirmed is the alternate art of Iron Crown. Lovely little alternate art, which was in a tin. I don't think this one was revealed previously. This one might have been. So I'm just warning you about this one, that this one actually might have been shown off previously. But everything's coming thick and fast now, so I thought I'd show you this one as well. And of course, Iron Crown is a great card that's got that ability that just powers up the attacks of your future Pokemon. It's pretty gosh darn cool. But they've also gone and revealed a couple more ace specs, which are confirmed to be coming in the set. Now, obviously, Max Rod is something we talked about previously. Max Rod is an actual brand new ace spec. Lets you put 5 Pokemon and basic energy, any combination thereof, from your discard pile into your hand. Basically, it's 5 night stretchers. 5 night stretchers all resolved at the same time, which is frankly a phenomenal card, but as I tell you a lot with ace specs nowadays, it is a phenomenal card, and in a vacuum it's absolutely redonkulous, but we got so many ridiculous ace specs nowadays, and you're limited to 1 ace spec of any kind in your deck, so there is actually still a chance here that we actually don't see this, seeing much play at all. And it's not because it's not a good card, it's because there's just too many other good cards around. Also, I've double checked, I don't think we had talked about Iron Crown before. I know it's not terribly relevant, but it matters to me. So, Maximum Belt has been confirmed as being reprinted in the set. And one of the things that's really cool here, and we didn't see this with the Japanese set Premium Booster 01, which was basically One Piece's, well, attempt at doing this, which is awesome and I love it and I'm all in favour, but they had their own kind of reprint set. But what they didn't do was they didn't put new set numbers on. If you look at Maximum Belt here, it is Scarlet and Violet 8A 159 out of 187. They've actually gone, and they do this every time in Pokemon and it's brilliant, they give us a new set number. So even though the card is going to look identical in every other way to the existing version of the card, you can actually tell because of the set number. Does it matter? Not especially, but because I like collecting Japanese sets, it means I'm going to need this version of Prime Catcher as well as the other, and that's honestly going to be annoying. Prime Catcher was one that was previously revealed, but it's a nice example because partly it's the best one, and partly it's going to bring down the price of Prime Catcher in Japan because, of course, there's going to be more of them around, a lot more of them, and that means the price is going to come on down. Now, we've had a bunch of other random cards going to be revealed on the YouTube, including this Bouffalont. And this Bouffalont should look a little bit familiar, because, of course, it is our pre-release Bouffalont. This is something I've told you about with this set. It's something that Japan does a lot. They get the pre-release promos, except there is one fairly gigantic difference, and it's not obviously the language, yeah, language is a given. But the other fairly gigantic difference here, no set symbol, no logo printed on top of it. Now I personally like the stamp. I prefer it with the stamp, but I know there are people out there that like the clean artwork, and if you like the clean artwork without the stamp, this is actually a great way to go about getting it. And Japan does this. They get these pre-release promos without the stamp. Obviously, putting the stamp on here would make no sense. Putting a Stellar Crown stamp on a Bouffalont in a Japanese reprint set would make absolutely no sense. Obviously, they were never going to do that, but it's just cool that we get these cards. Although, a reminder, because I do believe this is relevant, for some reason that I do not understand, Japan tends not to reprint all of the pre-release promos. They tend to leave a few out. And I don't really know why, because it feels like if you're making the big set anyway, if you're going to all this effort to do a bunch of reprints, why would you not go and put all of the pre-release promos? Why would you leave a few of them out? It doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me, but hey-ho, that's just the way it goes. I'm not saying all the pre-release promos are getting reprinted, because like I've said, they tend to leave a few out. But if there are any other pre-release promos that you're looking for, there's a decent chance they're coming along here. For what it's worth, there are a few others that have already been revealed and confirmed to be coming in this set. They include the Tatsugiri and the Iron Bundle. Again, we're a way away here from actually getting a complete set of pre-release promos, and judging from the past, we're not going to get one, but there are a few coming, and that is awesome. We've also had it confirmed that there is going to be a reprint of Scoop Up Cyclone, which of course is interesting because that was a reprint of the original Scoop Up Cyclone from back in Gen 5. And of course, of particular interest to me, because I got to reveal that one. In English, obviously, not overall, but the English version of this reprinted Scoop Up Cyclone I got to reveal on this channel, which was awesome. And it does seem a lot like they are trying to reprint good A-Specs. Scoop Up Cyclone isn't exactly the number one A-Spec in the game, but it's still one that sees play. Maximum Belt, I told you about a minute ago, sees a bunch of play. Prime Catcher is the best A-Spec in the game. So what Japan's doing here is what Japan always does with these end-of-year sets. They're going, right, what do we need to reprint? And if you're a player in Japan, these end-of-year sets are ridiculous in a best possible way, because essentially you get to go, right, well, I missed all of these A-Specs first time round, but now I can pick these up and I'm gonna get them again. That's brilliant. Although, the not confirmed, absolutely not confirmed. When it is, I will share it with you as I always do. But the overwhelming likelihood here is that we will be getting one A-Spec per box. That's what they always tend to do over in Japan. Something else that has been confirmed to be reprinted in this set is the card that won the World Championships, Iron Thorns. I was lucky enough to be able to cast the World Championship final in Honolulu, Hawaii, just a couple of months ago with the lovely Shea Burton, and we watched this card go and win Worlds. This card, I mean, Shea said on the broadcast, it is the first time that a deck has won the World Championships containing only 4 Pokemon cards. Well, that's Iron Thorns. It's great, and actually, even in the metagame we're in at the moment, you look at all the regionals going on, look at the results of online tournaments, etc. Iron Thorns is very much still here. It is a good, viable deck, and it's exactly the kind of thing that we want reprinted. So having these is awesome. Again, we do have the different set number. Other than that, it is identical. There's no, as far as I remember, as always, correct me in the comment section if I'm forgetting something, but I don't remember an alternate art of this that we've had that Japan hasn't. So it's just a regular art version of it, but it's coming back. And one of the cool things about this set, and it happens every time, it happened with Shiny Treasures EX, happens every year, you open up these packs, and in packs where you don't get a hit, where you don't get an illustration rare or something along those lines, in the quote-unquote bad packs, you still get yourself an EX, a couple of rares, a reverse holo, and just a bunch of incredibly playable cards. This set is going to be awesome. The other thing they went to reveal was Techno Radar. Lets you go and search for your future Pokemon. Not the most important card, and it's certainly not one that's difficult or expensive to get hold of. But, you know, they went and showed us that they're reprinting Iron Thorns. It's quite nice that they showed us they're reprinting this as well. Not the most exciting or important card, but I still think it's kind of nice that we're getting this one as well. So there we go. There's your update about Terastal Festival. They are basically going out of their way to reprint a bunch of cards, and sometimes they're alternate arts like Palafin that we've had in other products. Sometimes they're pre-release promos like the Bouffalon, and sometimes they're just straight reprints like Iron Thorns, but they are straight reprints of really good cards where reprints will be very much appreciated. But I've told you about all of that now, so now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all of this in the comment section. Tell me which cards you would want to see reprinted. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.